Sharingan. You know you're in trouble when someone's eyes start turning red mid-conversation. The Sharingan isn't just the most iconic eye in Naruto, it's also one of the most misunderstood. Originating from the Uchiha clan, this dojutsu traces its roots back to Indra Ōtsutsuki, son of the Sage of Six Paths, and, ultimately, from Kaguya's Rinne Sharingan. So yeah, it's basically divine drama passed down through generations. The look is unmistakable, a red eye with up to 3 tomo, those little comma marks that spin faster than my thoughts during a test. And no, they're not just for aesthetics. Each tomo represents growth in power, perception, and pure ninja flex. The Sharingan lets you see chakra, identify its type, and even spot disruptions caused by genjutsu. It's like having an X-ray vision filter on steroids, but the real power? Prediction and copying. With a matured Sharingan, you can read lips, mimic hand seals, and even anticipate an enemy's next move just from muscle tension. It's like reading someone's next line before they say it. Cheating, but cool. Genjutsu is where things get crazy. Through direct eye contact, a Sharingan user can mess with your mind, plant suggestions, or straight up control you like a remote-controlled toy. Madara once used this to manipulate Kurama, the Nine-Tails. Yeah, the giant fox. Sasuke, meanwhile, copied taijutsu and ninjutsu like he was collecting trading cards. And Itachi? His genjutsu was so strong, people developed trauma just from hearing his name. But no power comes without fine print. Sharingan users need solid physical skill to act on what they see. Just because you can predict a punch doesn't mean your legs are fast enough to dodge it. Also, you can't copy Kekkei Genkai or chakra nature transformations you don't already have. And if you try controlling too many targets at once, congrats, you're now mentally multitasking like a caffeine-fueled squirrel. Good luck with that. Hold up, we want to say thank you for supporting AnimeZONE and helping us surpass 17,000 subscribers. Our next goal is to reach 25,000, and every like, share, and subscribe from you is a huge motivation for us to keep creating in-depth, detailed videos like this one. If you don't forget to comment on what we should do next in our video, we read every single comment. Now, Mangekyo Sharingan. Okay, so you've got your shiny red eyes, you're dodging kunai like a pro, and then life hits you hard. Someone close to you dies. Boom, Mangekyo Sharingan awakens. This eye doesn't unlock with training or effort. It opens through emotional trauma. Yup, welcome to the most toxic upgrade system in anime history. Mangekyo Sharingan looks different for each user, with a pinwheel-like design that's honestly kind of hypnotic. But this thing brings terrifying new abilities. We're talking about powers like Amaterasu, black flames that never go out. Basically, the I hate this object so much I want it to burn forever setting. Then there's Tsukuyomi, Itachi's mind-breaking genjutsu that traps you in an illusion where seconds feel like days. Hope you like mental torture. Obito? He's out here using Kamui to warp space-time. Imagine dodging attacks by slipping into another dimension. No door, no key, just poof, gone. And let's not forget Susanoo, the giant chakra armor that makes you a walking kaiju with a sword. There are also forbidden jutsu like Izanagi, which lets you rewrite death like it's a typo, and Izanami, which traps your enemy in a time loop genjutsu until they reflect on their actions. It's basically a cosmic timeout. Mangekyo usage damages your vision. The more you use it, the closer you get to permanent blindness. It's like using a flamethrower that slowly burns your retinas. Over time, your eyesight fades, unless you're brave or crazy enough to level up again. Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. So your eyes are failing because of too much Mangekyo spam? No worries, just ask your sibling for theirs. I mean, if they're dead. That's how you unlock the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. It's like an organ transplant, but 100% more dramatic and emotionally scarring. This dojutsu is formed by transplanting the Mangekyo from a close blood relative, usually a brother, into your own eye sockets. Sounds painful? Probably. Worth it? Absolutely. The Eternal version combines the patterns of both users' Mangekyos into a new, unique design. More importantly, it restores your sight permanently. No more blindness. No more worrying if you'll miss your target. Just unlimited, fully charged dojutsu chaos. Madara did this with his brother Izuna's eyes. Result? Perfect Susanoo. Sasuke did it with Itachi's. Result: overpowered, plot-armored badass. All the original Mangekyo techniques remain: Amaterasu, Kamui, Tsukuyomi, or even Susanoo. But now you can use them without going blind. You even gain sharper perception for reading the Uchiha stone tablet, unlocking deeper secrets of their history. Rinnegan. Now if Sharingan is the king of flex, then Rinnegan is the final boss. This is the dojutsu you unlock when the story needs to break reality, or just raise the stakes to literal apocalyptic levels. Originating from Hagoromo Ōtsutsuki, the sage of six paths himself, this eye doesn't mess around. It's purple, filled with ripple-like rings, and when you see someone activate it, you know plot armor just got real. The Rinnegan comes with a full buffet of god-level powers called the Six Paths Technique. First, there's the Diva Path, because why not control gravity, throw people around like ragdolls, or just summon a city-sized meteor for fun? Then we have the Asura Path, turning your body into a living weapon, complete with laser arms and missile launchers. Totally subtle. Next, the Human Path lets you yank people's souls out. Great party trick. Animal Path? Just summon giant monsters on demand. Want to absorb chakra like a sponge? That's the Preta Path. And the Naraka Path lets you call the King of Hell to interrogate your enemies. And fix your teeth. Yeah, it heals people too. That's oddly specific. But wait, there's more. The Outer Path lets you revive the dead. Like, what? Naruto World has resurrection jutsu now? It also lets you control the six paths of pain, basically puppeteering dead bodies via black chakra rods. Nagato did it. It was terrifying, effective, but terrifying. But not all Rinnegan are the same. Turns out, this eye has multiple color variants, and each one comes with its own terrifying feature set, depending on who wields it. Red Rinnegan. Now this one's wild. Urashiki's eye turned red when he used time-based abilities. That's right, he could rewind time and redo battles if things didn't go his way. Basically, his eye came with a reset button. Blue Rinnegan. When this mode was active, Urashiki could see into the future, not predictions, actual upcoming events. He dodged attacks before they even happened. This wasn't reflex, it was foresight. He practically downloaded the enemy's next move like a spoiler. Golden Rinnegan. This one didn't sit in the head. Momoshiki's Golden Rinnegan appeared in his palms. One absorbed jutsu, the other amplified and fired it back, stronger than before. Absorb, enhance, destroy. That was his fighting style. When he absorbed Kinshiki and leveled up, the eyes turned gold and a third one opened on his forehead. Madara used Rinnegan to summon the Ten Tails and become a pseudo-god. Sasuke used his version to resist infinite Tsukuyomi with his Susanoo. These guys didn't just fight with Rinnegan, they rewrote the rules of battle. But this kind of power comes with problems. For starters, it's too much for most people. You don't just plug a Rinnegan into your face and start dominating. If you're not worthy, the power can overwhelm you. Also, for some reason, it can't see through special smoke. Like, seriously? Weak to fancy smoke bombs? That's oddly specific again. Tomoe Rinnegan. Sasuke's Rinnegan isn't a regular one. It's not like Nagato's or Hagoromo's. This eye is a fusion, a gift from the Sage of Six Paths, awakened during the Fourth Great Ninja War. After nearly dying, Sasuke received Hagoromo's chakra, unlocking a unique Rinnegan in his left eye, complete with 6 black Tomoe. These Tomoe weren't for show. They allowed him to use Mangekyo abilities like Amaterasu and Susanoo, even after awakening the Rinnegan. No one else has ever done that. Then comes a Menotejikara, his signature move. It lets Sasuke instantly swap places with objects or people. No seals, no warning. Just blink and he's gone. He once switched with a sword mid-air to land a clean stab in someone's back. That's not teleportation, that's chess on steroids. He also opened dimensional portals, chasing the Ōtsutsuki across realms, and rescuing Naruto from another dimension. These portals drained a ton of chakra and had limited capacity, but still gave him unmatched mobility. Sasuke could also use classic Six Paths powers: chakra absorption, gravitational push-pull, and more. He didn't bother much with animal summons or body mods. His fighting style was all about speed, strategy, and chaos. But overuse had a cost. When his eyes Tomoe faded, some powers would shut down. His vision blurred. Ameno Tejikara especially drained chakra fast. If he pushed too hard, his eye could bleed or temporarily deactivate. Still, in the right hands, that eye turned Sasuke into one of the deadliest shinobi alive, Rinne Sharingan. Okay, now imagine if the Rinnegan and Sharingan had a love child, and then that love child grew up, got really emo, and decided to rewrite reality. That's the Rinne Sharingan. It first appeared on Kaguya Ōtsutsuki's forehead after she munched on the chakra fruit. Yes, in Naruto, eating fruit can make you a god. Kids, eat your vitamins. This eye looks wild, deep red with wave patterns, and 9 Tomoe. And when it activates, the world is literally in danger. Why? Because this is the dojutsu that casts infinite Tsukuyomi, the most broken genjutsu ever created. With a single glance reflected off the moon, it traps the entire planet in a dream world. That's not exaggeration. It actually happened. Kaguya used this dojutsu to control humanity. The Ten Tails also has a version of this eye. And fun fact, to even cancel infinite Tsukuyomi, you need a Rinnegan plus the chakra of all 9-tailed beasts. That's right, you can't just wake up. You need a very specific shopping list. But even with all that, Rinne Sharingan remains one of the least explored dojutsu in the series. We barely scratch the surface of what it can do, which makes it even scarier. Imagine what's still locked behind that forehead.
Byakugan. The Byakugan is one of the oldest known dojutsu, originating from the Ōtsutsuki clan and passed down to the Hyuga. It is identified by its pale, pupil-less eyes and visible veins near the temples when activated. In special cases, like with Momoshiki, the eye takes on a golden hue, symbolizing a divine adaptation. This eye offers a nearly complete 360-degree field of vision, leaving only one blind spot at the nape of the neck. It allows the user to see through physical barriers and detect chakra networks inside the body. Byakugan users can analyze chakra flow in detail, making it a powerful support and combat tool. The most effective use of the Byakugan is in combination with Gentle Fist, the Hyuga clan's fighting style. It targets chakra points directly, blocking or disrupting the flow of energy within an opponent. This can disable jutsu and weaken physical movements without the need for brute force. A notable example occurred when Himawari, despite her young age, activated her Byakugan and landed a precise strike on Naruto, knocking him unconscious in a lighthearted scene. The event demonstrated both the inherited power and potential hidden in her bloodline. In contrast to the standard white eyes, Golden Byakugan appears in Ōtsutsuki elites like Momoshiki and Arashiki. These versions retain the visual range and chakra perception of the traditional Byakugan, but with heightened clarity and raw force. The golden coloration reflects their divine-level chakra and enhances their ability to track, analyze, and counter high-speed combat in real time. While not extensively broken down in the series, the Golden Byakugan is considered a superior evolution rather than a separate dojutsu. Byakugan cannot match the offensive capabilities of higher-tier dojutsu like the Rinnegan, and its blind spot can be exploited by skilled opponents. It functions best in controlled conditions, where its precision can dominate. Jougan. The Jougan, or Pure Eye, is one of the most mysterious dojutsu introduced in the Boruto era. It appears only in Boruto's right eye and is visually distinct with a pale blue iris, a faint pupil, and a dark sclera in the anime. In the manga, its design is more subdued, lacking any notable pattern or detail. Despite its infrequent appearance, the Jougan stands out due to its unique abilities and implications. Its origin is still not confirmed. However, the eye is linked closely to the Ōtsutsuki clan, with some theories connecting it to Shibai Ōtsutsuki. Boruto may have inherited the eye through the combined bloodlines of Hagoromo, passed down from Naruto, and Hamura, through Hinata. This convergence of Uzumaki and Hyuga bloodlines could have created the conditions necessary for the Jougan to manifest. The Jougan allows its user to perceive the chakra pathway system and pinpoint the weak spots in an opponent's network. It functions similarly to the Byakugan, but with sharper accuracy. One of its most critical abilities is perceiving interdimensional barriers and predicting space-time techniques like Yomotsu Hirasaka. The eye first activated during the Mitsuki disappearance arc. In this event, the Jougan reacted on its own, allowing Boruto to locate hidden dimensions and spot the creature Nue, ultimately saving his team from Deepa's spatial trap. In the manga, the Jougan has yet to appear, indicating its powers are still dormant or developing. Rinne Ōtsutsuki referred to the Jougan as the key to dispelling the coming darkness, while Momoshiki warned Boruto that he would lose everything because of it. These statements suggest the Jougan's future role will tie deeply into the conflicts involving the Ōtsutsuki and the hidden influence of Shibai and Boruto. 2 Blue Vortex.
Ketsuryugan.
The Ketsuryugan is not just a rare Kekkei Genkai, but also a symbol of a cursed clan, the Chinoike clan. Unlike the Sharingan, which requires psychological trauma, or the Rinnegan, which has complex conditions, the Ketsuryugan awakens naturally in those with Chinoike blood from a young age. It may seem simple, but its power is far from it. Think Hidan was scary with his blood rituals? The Ketsuryugan is even more terrifying. The user can control anything with a high iron content, especially blood, turning the body's fluids into a living weapon and creating nightmares for the opponent. Chino, the last descendant of the Chinoike clan from the Sasuke Shinden arc, proved just how frightening this power can be. With just a small cut on Sasuke's wrist, she could inject chakra into his blood and control his entire body, even when her opponent was the legendary Uchiha. And that's not all. The Ketsuryugan also allows the user to cast genjutsu through skin contact or eye contact, creating the perfect combo of physical and mental manipulation. The saddest part is that the Ketsuryugan only appeared in a short side story. If it had been explored more, this eye could easily rival the top dojutsu in terms of power.
Kokugan.
Kokugan, or the Black Eye, is an original dojutsu exclusive to Ishiki Ōtsutsuki and later Kawaki. Unlike traditional Rinnegan or Sharingan variants, the Kokugan features a pitch-black sclera, a golden pupil, and an 8-spoked wheel-like pattern. The design symbolizes control, precision, and balance, resembling the Eightfold Path in Buddhist philosophy. The eye's power set is highly specialized and relies on spatial manipulation, which allows the user to shrink any non-living object within their field of vision instantly. The process is so rapid that even Sasuke's Rinnegan, known for its perceptiveness, cannot keep up with it. The user can also shrink themselves, making it extremely difficult for enemies to land attacks while the user maintains full strength. Paired with Daikokuten, another ability of the Kokugan, the user can store these shrunken objects in a separate dimension where time is frozen. These objects can be summoned at any moment, returning to their original size instantly. This makes surprise attacks and terrain manipulation highly effective. Ishiki used this ability combination during his fight against Naruto and Sasuke. He continuously shrank and expanded tools and weapons to control the battlefield, including summoning massive black rods known as black cubes. These constructs not only absorbed chakra, but also immobilized his opponents. Kawaki later inherited this ability through the Karma Seal and used it to defeat Code in the manga. Kokugan cannot affect living organisms directly. This limitation requires high-level coordination and strategic planning. Effective use depends on precise timing between shrinking, storing, and releasing objects in battle.
Ranmaru's eye.
Ranmaru's unnamed dojutsu is a mysterious eye technique with no confirmed link to any known clan. His eyes glow red and possess the ability to see through solid objects, detect life force, and manipulate perception. These abilities allowed him to enhance his ally, Raiga Kurosuke, by providing tactical support during battles. The dojutsu also includes healing properties. Ranmaru could transfer his life energy to revive or stabilize people on the brink of death. This made him valuable beyond combat, as his presence alone could sustain critical allies. Ranmaru often used his power to create illusions that masked signs of life, effectively hiding himself or others from enemy detection. Though not a direct combat tool, it provided a strategic edge, especially in stealth and recovery missions. This eye appeared only in a filler arc in the original Naruto series and did not return in Boruto. Because of this, its full potential was never explored. Its origins remain unknown, and it was never connected to the Ōtsutsuki or any major lineage.
Senrigan. Senrigan, also called the clairvoyant eye, was given to Ada through Shibai Ōtsutsuki's DNA. It's not a natural Kekkei Genkai, just pure Ōtsutsuki science. Her left eye glows with a crescent pattern and gives her one terrifying skill, seeing everything. With Senrigan, Ida can watch any event happening anywhere, in real time. No distance limits, no barriers. She can also replay the past, anything from her birth onward. That makes it the most powerful surveillance tool in the series. Pair that with her omnipotence ability, and she doesn't just observe, she rewrites reality. Like when she swapped Boruto and Kawaki's identities in everyone's memories. No genjutsu. Just rewrite and done. She can't read minds or peek into mental or spiritual realms. That's why she couldn't hear Momoshiki talking to Boruto, or catch telepathic chats between Sarada and Sumire. Still, the Senrigan puts Ada right at the center of Boruto's conflict. With it, she's not a fighter. She's the puppet master. Tenseigan. Last but definitely not least, let's talk about the Tenseigan. Think of it as the final evolution of the Byakugan, after fusing it with Ōtsutsuki chakra and waiting a few painful days. Literally. Toneri Ōtsutsuki had to steal Hanabi's eyes and suffer through intense migraines to unlock this dojutsu. Worth it? Absolutely. Once awakened, the Tenseigan looks amazing, bright blue with overlapping white flower patterns. Very elegant, very godlike. But don't let the beauty fool you. This eye can manipulate gravity, unleash Tenseigan chakra mode, and even destroy or recreate a planet. Yeah, Toneri tried to crash the moon into Earth just to prove a point. In Tenseigan chakra mode, the user gains a glowing cloak similar to Naruto's Sage of Six Paths form. Increased speed, flight, enhanced strength. It's the full package. And with gravity control, you're basically one push away from turning your enemies into pancakes.
Shion's eyes. While most Naruto fans focus on mainstream dojutsu like the Sharingan or Byakugan, Shion's dojutsu is a forgotten gem from the Naruto Shippuden the movie. It represents pure spiritual power. Shion's purple eyes open a gateway into destiny, allowing her to see the unavoidable deaths of those around her. This power doesn't require complicated activation like other dojutsu. It automatically appears whenever Shion senses imminent danger, especially the death of someone nearby. Inherited from her mother, Priestess Moroku, this dojutsu is tied to her role in protecting the land of demons and sealing the demon Morio. What makes it truly remarkable is its absolute accuracy. 100 prophecies about death have all come true until Shion met Naruto and changed her fate. The greatest strength of Shion's dojutsu is its terrifyingly accurate foresight. Not only can it predict the future, but it also works as a defense mechanism beyond time. If Shion dies, her soul can send a message back to the past, warning her past self of the danger. This is a power that even the Rinnegan, or Rinne Sharingan, doesn't have. A connection between the soul and time, beyond regular chakra rules. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yome's Dojutsu.
Yome, a kunoichi from the Sand Village, Sunagakure, has a unique dojutsu thanks to her natural abilities. Unlike the Sharingan or Byakugan, which are either awakened through special circumstances or inherited from famous clans, Yome's dojutsu is an innate power that she was born with.
Akagan. Yes, the Akagan, also known as the Red Eye, you probably forgot existed. This dojutsu showed up in the Sasuke Shinden, Book of Sunrise arc, which means it's filler-only territory. Canon? Nope. But weird. Definitely. Visually, it's just a plain red eye. No fancy tomoe, no glowing ripples, just red. But what it lacks in style, it tries to make up for with function. The Akagan enhances perception, allowing the user to spot tiny details mid-battle, movements, twitches, maybe even your last nervous blink. But its main power? Mind manipulation. Through direct eye contact, the user can influence your behavior, almost like Genjutsu Light. It's kind of like Sharingan's little cousin who went to community college. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.